Hello, in this video we're going to be looking at ProC 2, the new version of ProC from Fabfilter. We're just going to have a quick look through the interface and then just the general features, and then we'll revisit this in a couple of months' time after I've been using it on a few tracks. So, just looking at it visually, we've got some nice feedback there, we've got a nice full screen mode there, put it into large, we've got quite an area to look at, and it's easier for me to see what's happening here because we've got more of an area to look at. We've got visual feedback here and here. If we just compare this to the original ProC, as you can see there, just looking at the difference between them, we've got this kind of limited view here. Still does the job perfectly fine, but you get more of a visual representation here, and you get the idea of how the threshold's working with a bit of visual feedback around the knob there. We've still got the knee feature here, so if we just look at knee on the new one, we've still got this feature, and as you can see, if you click hard knee, soft knee there, that's it. That's how you get hard and soft. But if you look on this one, we've got a nice blend between the two. So if we just compress that down, you can see the visual feedback here. We've also got this listen mode here. So if we enable that, we'll only hear what is being compressed. So it's a good way of hearing what's actually happening when you are applying this technique to whatever sound it may be. There's other things. We've got a range here, which, as you can see up there, is the maximum amount applied to the gain change. So it changes the behaviour of what it says, the dynamics. So it keeps it more natural, basically. You can keep things sounding more transparent, like compression isn't present at all. If we move along to here, we've got a few different presets. So we've got the kind of clean, classic and opto, which was part of the original, but then they've been extended to vocal mastering, bus, punch and pumping. Particularly of interest is mastering and vocal to me, mastering being quite a subtle approach, as explained by Dan Worrell in his video on the Fabfilter YouTube page. It's a more subtle way of approaching a track and kind of applying some nice parallel mastering techniques, but we'll go into depth when I've used that and had a mess around, because this is literally the first time I've seen this recording this video. Right, so then we've got the attack and release. All says what it does. We've got the hold here, but we've got more control over it, and then we've got look ahead, and to activate look ahead I think you have to have a certain set of parameters on, and look ahead is looking at the signal before it actually hits the compressor, so it can reduce any clipping from immediate kind of compression on, say, drums and snares. It'll look ahead a little bit and apply it just before the actual sound hits. So that's kind of this display area here, and the knee. If we close the knee and get back to the full view, we've got different screen modes here. So we've got small, medium and large. So we get more of a view of the compression if you need to really look at it in a bit more detail. We've got all the usual things, wet and dry. We've got the auto gain, and we've also got sidechain mode, which now has a basic EQ, 3-point EQ on there, so you can really pinpoint, and that is very similar to ProQ's expert mode here, with this kind of EQ bracket area, if you know what I mean. As you can see there, 65Hz to 2400, and it's just basically here you can see 100Hz, 5000, we can mimic that to 2400, so you get a visual representation. And compress or whatever you need to do the actual right frequencies or the right area of the sound. So we've got an audition mode just so we can hear what we're actually doing to the sound. We've got a sidechain levels for sidechaining with a kick to the synth or to the bass, simple kind of thing. I'll go through how to link this as a sidechain, because as you can see there's no sidechain option here, but I'll show you how to get that option up in a future video. And then we've got I think this is the possibly mid and side. I don't know. Stereo link, not too sure about that yet. I don't know if it's mono to stereo, but we'll look at that at some point. So we've got a few various features. So we've got mix. We'll see what that does after. I take it it's mixing in this here. And yeah, we've got the usual, like the oversampling there. Oh, look ahead there, so you can see. So if we just apply some heavy compression here, you get quite a clicky sound. If you put look ahead, you reduce that click. So let's turn it back off. So what it's doing is moving the attack just before the actual sound hits, because it's looking ahead, does exactly what it says. So that works quite nicely. And yeah, we've got all the different ranges, same as usual, so we can look at great detail at 90 dB there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Visually it looks very nice. We've got some nice presets in here. We've got the kind of version 1 in there, and all my original presets I see, and then we've got some of these new ones here, just with the we've got piano in there. That's something that I'll always work with. Yeah, so we've got some more vocal presets. That's good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. We've got even dedicated kick now, kick compression. See, I'll be going through all these, and I'll show you how they can affect the sound and what's good for what sort of production in trance, really. And then you go. That's the final bit. You can condense it down just to look like a standard, very simplified compressor. So that's Fabfilter's ProC 2. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe, and just share away on social media, and I'll love you forever. See you in the next video.